All right, welcome back to another episode of 94 Feet. And if you're wondering why we call it 94 feet, it's because the length of the court is 94 feet. As you guys know, one of your hosts here, legendary Shane,
Still
alongside
gotta mess up one of these
co-host
guys,
here.
bro. He didn't even get
This is
sleep last
94%.
night. He didn't even get sleep last night.
This is
and he
94%
able to
right.
do this. That's crazy. I'm Jay, man. So one thing that we need to talk about is these comments again.
Oh,
because
man.
These comments,
Like,
these comments are hilarious, man. I think it's funny. I
it's
like
hilarious.
it. I like the engagement. It was this one dude though that literally said, what did he say? He didn't.
he said, I ain't even hit click. He said, I clicked on the video, I ain't play it, I ain't listen to it. And I just saw by the title and I just left a comment. And I'm like, first, there's two sides to this, right? Because I think dude is stupid. I'm just gonna put it out there. I think dude is definitely slow. Because one, he said he didn't click on it. That's a lot of work to click on somebody's video and immediately hit pause before going forward so you don't hear nothing.
Right.
And then go and leave a comment
Yeah.
when you didn't even watch it and you just gonna leave a comment. And I'm like, it makes no sense because you have no idea what we talked about, bro. We could have both been saying, hey, everybody else thinks Tatum's not a top 10 player, but we do.
Right.
But you wouldn't even know that if you ain't watched the whole video because the thumbnail is Tatum a top 10 player?
It's not
we could have both
saying
said
that.
yes.
It's not saying that he
It's not
isn't
saying that
the
he
top
isn't.
10.
So he ain't like, y'all don't know hoop. I'm like,
And they was coming like pause,
yeah.
but like the thing
Like,
is
what?
like I think he's maybe it's debatable for him to be 10, right?
mm-hmm.
But like they would see in the comments,
Yeah.
you'd never think they'd think that we just like, oh, how is he not? And then the crazy thing is we ask, hey, what's your top 10?
And nobody can name a top 10.
Nobody names top 10, man.
And then now they don't have the energy to name their top 10. But you had energy to comment on a post before you even watched the video. But now
click on it, pause the video, or turn it all the way
I think
down
he
while the
actually
video
watched it,
running.
but I think he didn't want to give the satisfaction that he watched it because he sounded too specific. Like he knew context. So I'm like, either you stupid because you didn't watch the whole thing, or either you stupid because you lying to say that you didn't watch it when you really did watch it. Because I'm like, man, get out of here.
Yeah,
Dude can't even name top 10 people in the league.
I think it's funny, man. I think it's hilarious.
Bro, it's hilarious. And then the dude, when you were like,
hilarious.
so Tatum is better than Shea? And he was like, Shea had one good season. I'm like, bro, Shea was all NBA last year too. Like, he was an all-star
and we were only talking about last year.
Yeah, that's what you said.
That's what I said. We only talking about last year.
People got to stop, man, without knowing no context.
No,
That's what
I think
people love
y'all
to do
keep
nowadays.
going, man. Y'all keep going. Because this
I'm
is
just talking about
hilarious.
just people
I
in
think
general.
it's funny because
It definitely is.
you get
It
people
definitely-
like
you're
this that didn't even watch. He said he didn't watch the
Didn't even
video
watch
at
it.
all. Didn't watch the video at all, but he's commenting on the title. Come on, bro. The title doesn't
Makes
say
no-
no. We don't believe Tatum is
actually,
top 10.
do you
Yes,
think?
yes. It doesn't say anything. It's like, do you think is
You can
after
comment
the
and say,
ring?
yes, I
Tatum-
do, because boom, boom, boom. Yo, it's
leave
hilarious,
on the
man.
comment, man. But
I
shout
love
out to
ruffling them feathers.
Hey, shout out to the dude that rock with me though. Shout out to him,
Bro,
or her. I don't know
the
which one it
crazy
is,
thing
him
is,
or her.
all those comments, none of them made sense. Even that one. Even that, you don't get the cherry pick what comment made
No,
sense.
I'm cherry picking that
You're not
one.
gonna cherry
Listen,
pick
that
what
one.
comment.
Listen, shout out to you.
Which
I
comment?
don't know if it's
Oh,
a
this
boy,
is the one
girl.
comment that ain't delusional. Like
I
every
don't know
comment,
if it's a man
all
or
48
woman.
comments
I
was
don't
delusional.
care. I don't care what y'all. Shout out to him. That's a real. That's
every,
a real one right
every
there,
comment
baby.
was delusional.
Yeah, that's my guy right there. Or
When
girl.
I was reading the comments, I'm like, all right, that don't make sense what dude said. That don't make sense. And I saw that one, and I was like, I'm gonna put that in the rest of the group. But that don't make sense. Like,
Listen, nobody.
nah,
has
you got
said-
one. You got a fan.
Listen,
You got a fan?
I mean, I don't call him a fan. I call him a supporter. He knows what
got
real
a supporter.
basketball is, man. They know what real. That person knows what real basketball.
Just like the
is.
rest of them in that comment. The dudes that couldn't name the name Giannis, Luka, and Jokic is better than Tatum. Like,
And they name
duh.
nobody else.
And nobody else.
Nobody else is better. Like, come on, bro. Like,
what are we doing here? Dude didn't even win Finals MVP. When you put that on there, and he was like,
yeah,
so
I'm like,
Andre
he didn't even
Iguodala
win
better?
Finals. How is
like,
he a top 10 player? He goes to the and don't even get Finals MVP. He's not even the best on his team. In the biggest stage, I can't do that.
Oh man,
I can't do that, bro.
And it's funny because like when Iguodala won Finals MVP versus when Jaylen Brown won MVP, it was two different reasons. Like Jaylen Brown was just a better player. Steph Curry was a better player in that series, but what Iguodala had to do on Bron, like it was different from like the reason why he won Finals MVP.
Nobody
Steph Curry was still the best person on that team.
Nobody would call Iguodala a better player than Steph Curry.
Exactly.
People can call Jaylen Brown a better player than Jason Tatum. Like dude it's that close to where it's debatable.
Exactly. And the reason why Tatum had a good game at the end because he wanted the Finals MVP. So he's like, all right, this is my last chance. This is my last chance. I got to throw everything out there.
Listen, and they still I like give Tatum. It to him. No, I think it could be debatable for that 10 spot. 10
I think he's top 10 though.
You said he's top 10.
I think he's top 10.
I think he's maybe 11 through 13. I wouldn't be mad if somebody put him top 10. I wouldn't be mad if somebody
because you named PG better, and I don't think PG right now 33.
Yeah, but I got rid of PG. I got rid of PG and put Jalen Brunson. I think Jalen Brunson is better than Tatum. Like, I don't know, man. I think he's 10 through 13. 10 debatable.
I give him 10.
Yeah. So let's talk about this draft, man. Now, I'm not big into college basketball. I'm not big into college basketball. But, like, it's just some people's, like, names that ring bells in college. And you'd be like, oh, okay. I didn't know the number one pick.
Bro, I didn't know either. And I know people in the comments be like, you casuals, you didn't know.
No, I just don't watch college basketball.
Nobody knew.
That's all it is.
Nobody knew. Like, nobody knew these dudes, man.
And
like,
plus
this is the first time I've ever seen a number one draft pick. And I was like,
who is that?
Who is that? Like, I know, what is it, Sarr? I know him. I thought he was going number one, but apparently he didn't want to go to the Hawks.
Dang.
So they really, people started getting bold. They started to say, hey, don't draft me.
Here.
Like, don't draft me.
Just like old boy in Chicago. What's his name? Oh, that's football. Fields. Did Fields say he didn't? Well, I think he said he didn't.
Fields. Oh, God.
Or not Fields.
They did him dirty.
What's the new Caleb Williams?
Caleb, yeah.
Caleb, yeah.
But anyway,
yeah, they getting bold, man. They're like, yo, I don't want to go here. Yeah. I mean, I respect it. I ain't mad at it. I mean,
you letting these executives and GMs and all these people, they have all the cards in their hands. Like, hey,
exactly,
I'm on the court. I'm on the court. Y'all can trade me.
Exactly. At any point.
I can't trade y'all.
Point. It's giving the players.
I can't trade y'all. So let me. If I got some leverage, I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, it's giving the players like the option to go wherever they want to go, just like regular 9 to 5 people.
Exactly.
You don't got to stay at your job. You can go to a new job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is what it is.
Make those moves. Like Bronny said, Rich Paul was like, Bronny, don't even draft him. if you're not the son, the don't even look at him.
Or he going to Australia.
He's leaving.
He said he going to Australia. Don't do it. Don't do it. See, I think that's smart though, man.
Now, man.
You know, there's one player that I am excited to watch though.
Dillingham?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like him with the Timberwolves. I like that.
Yeah, him with Ant.
That pickup of that trade.
Young team. So this is what I say. What's the future for Conley? Didn't they just sign him to a contract though?
I can't remember if they signed him.
But this is what you got to think. Like,
he got to be 37.
Conley, definitely on his way out.
Yeah, I'm like,
do you start a rookie over Conley though, or do you start him together?
I wouldn't put Conley on the bench. I'll keep him at that role because I like Dillingham. He seemed like he's an offensive, firepower.
He seemed like
so
it's
ready,
like, boy.
I like him for that 6-man spot rookie year.
Nah, man, I don't think he's 6-man him.
Nah, because you
I don't think you 6-man him, man.
You 6-man him. You see, I think that can James Harden. Like James Harden turned out to win an MVP. Leads the league in scoring, put up all these crazy numbers. Like James Harden was nice, but it just didn't fit that Thunder system. To have him start.
No, I think what happens is you start Conley, you start Rob, you start Ant.
No,
and you got Cat and Gobert. What's wrong with that 5?
So you gonna put Jaden McDaniels on the bench?
Ah, I forgot about Jaden. Dang.
94% right. This is
I
what
forgot
I'm
about
saying,
Jaden.
man.
I forgot
yeah.
about Jaden.
So I'm like,
This is what you do, though. This is what you do. No. You gotta give Rob that confidence out gate, man. He's one of those confident players, though. Like, you need him to. Conley, yo, bruh. I mean, you made enough. You didn't. Go ahead, take that.
Even
six,
at least
man.
if you change
take
it up
that
mid-year,
role, man.
even if you change it up mid-year, that's something. But like, nah, like it just.
I think you let him, because that's the future anyway. Conley ain't gonna be there for another however many years.
True.
You got to start that right away, man.
Nah, you got to.
How long is he really gonna be playing with the first unit anyway? If he's all the, I don't know, man.
Nah, you can't.
You start Rob right away. Conley, yo,
you can't start him out the gate. Nah, not on a team
that
went to the conference finals.
Man.
Got a point guard that made the All-Star team before. Is not playing bad. Like, you can't start right up the gate. Nah.
Let me ask you
for coaching, you don't.
Do you think Rob can do what Conley did last year? I'm not talking about like clutch and all this other stuff. I'm talking about stats wise.
Stats wise, I think so.
Well, then what are we talking about?
But it's about veteran leadership. Like Ant started off the year like he was 22. He's 22. Like, and his inexperience showed. As much as I like Ant, there's a lot of times his inexperience showed that Conley actually helped keep them together.
He can still do that.
It's different when you're on the court with Ant versus on the side. Like,
I'll be advocating for these rookies, man. Like, let them
name
play.
Name 4 other rookies then.
Huh?
Name 4 other rookies. You be advocating for the rookies now?
I mean, I can't. I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, I don't watch college basketball. I watch the NBA. That's all I watch. I don't watch college basketball. If names are ringing bells and stuff, Rob Dillingham is one of them that's like, oh, I like how he play. Oh, yeah. That's dope. Okay. So, I don't know. You gotta let these rookies play, man. Especially when you got that old veteran.
At the beginning of the year, I gotta have him come off the bench because I think that sometimes gives you more confidence because you have your own offense that you kind of spearhead. You and Naz Reid, like y'all kind of come in as the second group, and kind of like is you Naz Reid?
Nah.
What's his name? Boy with the braids.
I ain't with it.
Alexander Walker. Like, you have this kind of guys like you, because you can lead that. Like, you come in on a starting lineup and you got Cat there already that got to get his buckets.
But not when you the future point guard, though.
But it's different. But he's an offensive, like, scorer. Like, he's not like a facilitating kind of point guard. Like, he is a scorer. He's a scorer. And you got Ant coming off of Western Conference Finals. He's only going to get better. He's going to get more in attack mode. Cat hears everything that's said about him. He's gonna try. Not saying he will do well. He's gonna try.
They have 2 people in the starting lineup that can score. They got Ant and they got Cat. Those are the only 2 people. Why not add a third? Why not add a third threat?
Nah, not when Ant is this young. You can't do it.
He's 23. You just said he made it to the conference finals.
He's 22. Well, he'd be 23 when the season starts. Nah, I don't like that for their game is too similar. It's too similar. Like I don't like it.
One is I feel point guard, one is a shooting guard or a small forward, whatever you want to put.
Like him. Damian Lillard is a point guard, but is he pass first? No.
I mean, he can pass. I mean,
Steph Curry pass first? No. Kyrie pass first? Well, Kyrie kind of moved to a shooting guard position anyway when he went.
They're going to get their buckets regardless. Anybody that's going to get a bucket is going to get a bucket regardless. No matter if you put them with a scoring point guard or you put them with a facilitator. It doesn't matter.
I think that mess up his groove. I think his groove, you come in on that second unit, you get to kind of like, yo, I can take those shots now. I can hold the ball longer. Because what happened when I'm a rookie and I got 2 All-Stars on the team? Like, they may give me, but I'm not as free. So it's like I think you start the year off maybe mid-December, January.
That's what I think.
Maybe you start making some changes after you see what he can do. But I'm not benching a vet, Mike Conley, over a rookie that I haven't seen him perform yet. Like, I haven't seen him like perform on an NBA level. That's a smack in the face to Mike Conley to be like, yo, we haven't even seen this guy touch an NBA court yet, but we gonna bench you. Even though we made it this far.
You don't think that would give him confidence, Rob?
It gives you confidence. Don't mean you're going to play well. You could be really confident and still miss shots.
You can't play well. You can not play well as a 6-man too.
But you can take those shots. Like, think about it. If you're on a team, right? Look, peep this right here.
Let the scenario. These rookies play.
Look, peep the scenario right here, right? Say you're on a team, right? And you got D1 players, you got a below average NBA player, just some solid NBA players, right?
Okay.
You're on a team. If you miss 2 shots, you think they're giving that ball back to you as often? Like 3 shots. They're not really going to hand it to you as much because they can hoop, right?
Who it is.
But now imagine you got some regular rec league, YMCA dudes. You feel that green light. Like, you like, all right, I got to lead the way on this. I can really just go off and be free. For those first 2 months, you get him used to playing NBA talent. Even if it's the second lineup, you get him used to being that. And you say, all right, you prove yourself, you come into the starting lineup. Man.
I get what you're saying. I'm just not with it. I'm saying, hey, you start these games, that's going to give you the ultimate confidence. You get to play with 2 other all-stars.
But it's not, you don't have a green light. What am I out here for?
The thing, though, too, is like.
To average 6, 7, 9?
You get that confidence up, and let's say he's not playing well, right?
Then you got to go bench him?
Exactly.
That's really going to destroy his confidence.
Nope. Hey,
we're trying to see what will his confidence look like. What will his confidence look like in May, in April when the playoffs start? What situation can have him the most confidence? Either A, I start him, he doesn't do well, I bench him. April, he doesn't look great when the playoffs start. Or how about I start him on the bench, he rises, becomes a starter. What looks better in April?
And let's say that he's on the bench. I say you give them confidence first. I'm all for giving them confidence first.
When you say, hey, go run the offense with the second. Go run it, bro. That's you. Take 17 shots a game.
Nah, bro. Because then
do it. You and Nas Reed look combo.
Then you mess up the whole chemistry of the joint. Nah, bro.
Nah, I like it for the play styles. You got the first lineup. You got Ant and you got Cat. 1-2 punch. You bring in the bench. Boom. You don't lose a step. You got Rob. You got Nas Reed.
Nope.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
I like it. Like a Ginobili kind of role. For that first couple months, yeah.
Give the young man confidence out gate. Hey.
And then take it from him if he don't do well.
What's the problem with that? If you're not playing well, you don't get time.
Imagine this here, right?
This is a grown man league.
What would you do?
You are a grown man. If you're in your job and you're not doing your job well, you go get benched.
How would you feel? You start off a job.
I think you're trying to coddle these players.
Nah,
these are men. This is a grown man.
I gotta give him confidence early.
Exactly.
But he's a grown man.
Give him confidence early. Like,
so you coddle him. I gotta do it.
Nah, I think you're trying to coddle these and like.
I need him to be confident early because
that's what I need. And let's say he's on the bench and he's not playing well. Then what?
He stays on the bench. You don't go no. You're not going to go no lower.
Are you going to give him?
You're not going to feel
minutes?
robbed. No, because you have to play him.
This is exactly what I'm saying.
But if you're in a starting lineup, but I'm saying he's still going to get minutes.
If you don't play well, I'm telling Rob, hey Rob,
you just stay where you at.
Rob, you're on the bench. You're going to run with these other superstars. You're in the starting lineup. That gives him confidence. If you don't play well, you're going to go to the bench. Yada yada. Boom boom.
Bro, that is way more dangerous. Imagine you go work for a company and they like, hey, we're going to start you at $250,000 a year. But if you don't do well, we're going to drop you. Like, I'd rather start off at 150. I'd rather start off at 150.
That's a commission
and then work my way up. No commission jobs, just straight salary.
That's a commission job.
No, just straight salary. Like, imagine.
That's what I'm just saying.
I'd rather start off with this number. Right. And then the next year or later, I'll go up. I'm not about to say.
Because that's a commission job. What you're explaining is a commission. The NBA is not a salary. It's a commission. You get paid off whatever you negotiate in that contract.
I'm saying, like, if you start here and then now you got to go lower, regardless of the type of thing, what's more damaging, being here and not making it here, or being here and then falling down here?
I think that depends on the attitude then.
Oh, no.
Because then if I'm starting here, I go here. What happens when somebody have a bad game?
What do you mean?
The next game, they're like, yo, I'm about to get back to where I need to be. I think that's what it is.
Skills
instead of starting at the bottom.
My coaching skills is too good. You got to admit, man, that's a great play. You even starting to think about it. I seen you. You kind of paused for a second.
Start to think about what?
When I was like, yo, that Nas Reed Dillingham
Chris
combo.
Finch. I'm Chris Finch, right?
That combo, you paused for a moment and you said, dang, he really got a point here. But you said, nah, I got to stick on my story. I can't let him be 95% right. I don't know where you got
that from. I'm Chris Finch. I just signed they just signed the joint. Mm-hmm. I'm going to Rob. I'm saying, Rob, this is what it is. You're in the grown man's league. You go in here. I'm giving you the starting point guard position. If you do not play in this league, if you do not play well,
I'm gonna bench you.
Yes,
no,
it happens to the best of us. Klay Thompson,
bro, that is
they benched Klay Thompson because he wasn't playing well.
Rob, bro, as much as I want them, like I think he's good.
They're benching Klay Thompson.
Game one, they are not starting him. Game one,
they're not benching him. I'm not saying that they go start him or not. I'm telling you what I would do. But I'm telling you that if you don't play well, you go to the bench. That's not rocket science, bro. They did it to Klay Thompson, man.
Why even do that? Like, what's the point of that? Hey, I'm gonna put you here, but if you fail, like, no, a coach is gonna say, hey, we had a team that made the conference finals.
Some people play well.
We were number
under
3.
Pressure.
We were number 3.
I don't know.
We made it to the Western Conference Finals. Why would I go and change my veteran all-star point guard?
Because he's another year older, and I got a younger person that can do exactly what he does.
Then what would your bench look like then?
Conley, Nas Reed, and Nicholas. What? I'm not losing anything.
So you don't think
I have a young point guard? I have a young point guard that can run with Anthony Edwards. I have a young point guard that can run with, and then off the bench I got Conley as my backup.
I'm not talking about in April. I'm talking about day one. Day one. That's what you're doing.
I just told you that. Yes.
No, you don't even believe that.
I just told you that.
You don't even believe that.
That's what I've been talking about the last 5 minutes. Dare. Yes, that's what I'm doing.
I wouldn't dare, bro.
Nah, you
know they're not going to do that either. You got to just stick
I'm not saying that they're going to do it. I'm telling you what I would do. I'm just telling you what I would do. I was saying.
We got to leave it. Like, if you... Who do you agree with? I know people going to get in the comments and just hate regardless. Some people going to be like, yo, he shouldn't even, like, you know how people just got a reason to hate because we on both sides.
Start,
we on both sides of the argument
here. Get this dude start. Listen, that dude,
on both sides of the arguments here.
What's going to happen is this is how it's going to play out. He going to get that first home game. They going to say his name. The crowd's going to go nuts. That confidence right there is going to send this man through the roof. And he's going to be going wild, too.
How many minutes you playing him?
Wow, you going to be
How many minutes you playing him? And how many, what's his stat line?
No, bro, I haven't thought about it. We talking about the T-Wolves right now.
This is a team that made the playoffs.
Let's talk about the T-Wolves right now.
And that's going to continue to make
it. You say how many minutes I'm playing?
Yeah, how many minutes you playing him, and what you think what numbers are you okay with him having that you're like, all right, I can't send you back down to the bench?
What did Conley average last year?
Like 11 or something like that? 11, 12?
I don't think he's going to average that much.
You think he'll average the same amount of assists?
I think he's going to average the same amount of assists. It's some assists that just come with being with two other superstars. Like, as a point guard, I think...
Yeah, he averaged 11.4, 6 assists.
11, 6 assists. I don't think he does double digits. I think he's more around like 8.
He's not a facilitator. He's not a passer.
I think he's more, but I mean.
But now he's going to magically become a passer because you instill confidence in him.
No. I'm saying I see his numbers more like, well, maybe like 8 to 11. 8 to 11. And then assists probably 3 to 5, something in there, 3 to 5. But the energy and the different dynamic.
That's what I want on the bench. That's what I want him coming off the bench so I don't lose a step. That that Nas Reed,
who was your point guard off the bench? Who was your point guard off the bench last year? It was exactly my point.
But now
you can put a veteran at that role. Make the starting lineup more excited. Listen, how many times? Nah, bro, you gotta start him. So let's talk about Bronny making what you call it.
Yeah.
Did you see Rich Paul? Now, Rich Paul, I respect it. Listen, I'm not mad at it at all. Rich Paul,
Robert average 15.
But listen, this is what I say, right? Rich Paul said if Bronny's name was John Smith, he would still be drafted.
I'm not gonna lie.
Don't say it, bro.
Look, bro.
No.
Look. This is what I'm gonna go with this. Look. Peep this.
The dude averaged 3. No.
He averaged 4.8.
No.
Look, take this right here, right? Pause. This draft class. Any other draft class, I'm 1,000%. No draft, right?
No.
Bro, you gotta admit, this draft class. Who do you draft over him then,
bro? Everybody that was drafted before him, and it was I was seeing something. It was a dude that was averaging 15 points a game in college, and he didn't get drafted at all. And it's just like, if his name, listen, I think Bronny is probably another year away. Bro, I think Bronny is another year away.
It doesn't like you could look at certain dudes. Like think about Devin Booker. Devin Booker didn't even start for Kentucky, bro. And look who he is in the league. He's a way better NBA player than he was college, right?
You are correct. Obviously, there's a lot of people who was better in the NBA than they are in college. Yeah, there's a lot of them.
It's a lot of dudes. But I'm saying for Bronny,
but at the same time, Bronny is weak. 6 foot.
But I'm saying this draft is weak.
Man, nah.
I don't really care about it. This draft, because the draft better is players so weak. Last year draft, the year before that, like that's when it's different. That's why I'm like, all right.
When did he get drafted?
55th. I'm like, bro, like
how many is it?
60.
60. Let me tell you this. I guarantee I can find you 5 better players to draft than Bronny. I guarantee it.
I don't know.
But because of his name.
The same way you can say about Book.
I'm not saying
Book is probably better than the 12 people that were drafted before him.
I'm not saying anything is wrong with it. I think him getting drafted I think that's dope. Listen, if you can pull strings, hey, your son, go ahead and play. I'm with it 100%. But if you talk about pure basketball,
let me go to this draft.
Bronny shouldn't have been drafted, man. I don't think so.
The reason why I say yes is because like there's a lot of dudes that he's not absolutely horrible.
What does he do good? What does Bronny do good?
I think
is he athletic? Yeah, he's athletic. There's everybody else is athletic too.
But these dudes,
what does he have over the next person,
weak, bro?
What does he have?
What does the other person have over him?
I mean, these players are like at least 6'4", 6'8", 6'7", athletic. Like, have you seen?
Then they should have got drafted before that. Then they shouldn't have got drafted 56 through 60. I mean,
somebody got to be. I guarantee it. What I'm saying is, I think Bronny being in the NBA is dope. I'm not hating on him. We really know why Bronny got drafted. Come on, man. Averaging 4 points a game and being able to be
like who is Ariel Hook Porty? Who is this?
No idea.
So he should have been over Bronny.
I don't know. I don't watch college basketball. I don't watch college basketball
because he's not nice.
I don't watch college basketball, but I guarantee you,
who's Anton Watson?
I can find somebody. I can find 5 better players.
Who's Melvin Ajinka?
I can find 5 better players than Bronny. I guarantee I can, and you can too.
Who's Enrique Freeman? like.
Who are these dudes? Asking something that people don't watch. I don't watch college basketball.
If they was nice, you would have heard about them.
So Bronny's nice?
None of these dudes nice.
Is Bronny nice?
What I'm saying is none of these dudes are probably like nice like that.
But you heard about
last year draft, these dudes not getting drafted.
Right. Bronny,
I think.
How did you hear about Bronny if he's not nice?
49 through 60 are probably not nice, right?
Okay.
Any other draft, this 49 through 60 is not getting drafted. This draft is so weak. Yeah, we letting in everybody.
And how many of the 49 through 60 do you know?
Only Bronny.
And why do you know Bronny?
Because of his dad.
Exactly.
Look. But the thing is, why do I not know any of the other guys?
Because their dad's not LeBron
Because none of them were probably doing great.
The dad's. So is Bronny doing great?
I'm saying he could be doing the same level as Enrique.
I'm asking you a question. Is Bronny doing great?
It's not about is he doing great.
I got
look,
two questions.
It's not is he doing great.
Is
he playing better than Enrique Freeman?
Is Bronny?
Let me look up.
Is Bronny nice?
Is he the same level as 49
You're not
60?
answering my question.
It doesn't matter.
You're not answering my question.
Is he the same level?
Is Bronny nice?
Look, is he the same level?
He doesn't know anybody from 49
you get what I'm saying,
to
right?
60.
Is he the same level as dudes that's 49 to? It doesn't matter. Is he nice? Is Enrique Freeman nice? Right? What if Enrique Freeman is not nice? Then and Bronny's not nice. Then you put them in the same. They're in the same group.
This dude literally just said 49 through 60.
I'm saying, what if they
49
are in the
to 60?
same
He doesn't know
level?
any of them. 49 to 60, he doesn't know anybody.
What if they are in the same
He heard
skill
of
level?
one person.
You're not making no sense,
He's
bro.
heard
I'm not
one
arguing
person.
with this. You're not making no sense.
He said they would be nice. They would be nice if you heard of them. If they would be nice if you heard of them, right?
Yeah, I'm saying, what if they all
and the
are
only person he heard of is
skill
not
level?
nice.
What if they all the same skill level? So it would make sense that one of them got drafted if the three people around him are all D- players. So imagine you have a group of D- players and they all get drafted. Yeah, he's not nice. He's a D- player, but everybody else is a D- player. So if he gets drafted, it's not because of name. They just drafting D- players because that's all you got left.
The fact that you think Bronny is not getting drafted because of what you call it. Even the analyst said this fool shouldn't have even been drafted.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
these are people who actually watch college basketball.
But
these are people who actually watch. These are college analysts that says, "Hey, he shouldn't have been drafted."
Look, is it because of his dad? I think
yes,
70-80% of it is because of his dad, right? But who
All
else
right,
do
what
you?
are we talking
but
about
who else
then?
do you draft in? There's other dudes these are all D- at this time anyway. Like. So it's like, all right, why not draft a player that shows signs like he could get better? Like, okay, he had a heart attack a year ago or whatever, a year and a half. So it's like he comes out average 5. How many players do you know can come out and still
what
average 5?
What are we doing right now? I forgot all about that. What are we doing?
So
right
I don't
now?
think that you don't think that
I don't
want to
tear. I'm not trying to tear Bronny down.
Year?
I'm not tearing Bronny down.
You don't think that affects his year?
This dude had what, open heart surgery or something? He had a bad. You really think he's getting drafted with that, man? Come on, man. Like, what are we really doing right now?
I'm saying LeBron definitely move and pull some strings for it. But what I'm saying is, I don't look at it as
I don't want to keep tearing Bronny down, man. Bronny,
I don't think
go ahead and do your thing.
It's not like a dude standing with dudes that are just bucket getters and ballers, and it's like, what is he doing here? None of these dudes are like those 49 through 60. None of them dudes is really doing nothing. So it's not
look
like
up Enrique. Let's pick Enrique.
Yeah, we're gonna pick on Enrique. We're gonna pick on some of these other dudes. Like,
let's just pick
somebody
on Enrique.
name was Melvin or Jinka.
His dad definitely not LeBron James. Listen, this dude averaged 4 points in college.
Man, this dude Enrique is 20. This dude Enrique about to be 24, bro.
Listen,
he's gonna be 24 when his season starts. He's a 24-year-old rookie. This old man.
He had exactly years. What LeBron. I mean, Bronny.
This man had years to get it right.
I think Bronny's just a year away, man. He's just a year away. That's all it was. Should have stayed in college another year. You know, dude is what, 6'1", or maybe is he 6'2"?
I think he says he's 6'2". 6'1", 6'2". But that's
6'2". I'm not gonna say he got a bad heart, but I'm not gonna kill Bronny. Like, Bronny, go do your thing, bro. I hope you do well with the Lakers. I hope you do well.
I can't even find his dude's stats like that.
They say the Pistons are higher than JB Bickerstaff, which is wild. That's live reporting too.
Right, that's live reporting. I can't even find Enrique's stats.
Hey, let's switch gears and go to the USA because this is what I'm worried about.
Oh yeah, JB Bickerstaff. I just saw that.
So USA men's team. Who's gonna lead and WNBA too? Who's gonna lead the men's and women's team in points? Who do you think? In points.
Points?
Yep.
The men's. All right, what is it? They got Joel. They got Braun.
They got KD. They got Ant. They got your boy Tatum. They got Steph. Who is leading them?
You're not gonna be happy with my answer because I know how you are.
Don't say nothing stupid, man.
It's gonna probably be like KD.
Okay.
Because I know you're gonna be like, no, it's a young guy's time now. I think KD, because KD.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm just saying that's the safe bet. Just like any of your other
it's not
bets.
a safe bet.
What you call it?
Oh, it's right. So it makes it safe because it's right.
No,
what I'm saying is KD has been here before.
Okay, so the greatest scorer or one of the greatest scorers ever to play the game. It's got to lead the
But he's 35.
Got to lead the USA in what you call it. Give me 35 or 36.
But you ask me how you gonna ask me and then get mad at it?
I didn't
you should say, hey,
mad.
who
I
do you
said
think?
That's a safe bet.
It's the right answer. Like, why would I answer a question wrong?
I'm saying that's the safe bet.
It's
okay.
Let me what you got. You answer how about answer the question?
Go
wrong.
out on a limb. Pause. If it's not KD, who would it be? If it's not one of the greatest scorers ever, okay, who would you be?
You can't ask me an obvious answer and say, hey, I don't like your obvious.
Right, my bad.
Yeah,
my bad.
Question,
that's why I said, okay, so we're going to switch it up a little bit.
All right, so.
If it's not one of the greatest scorers, LeBron can't be a choice.
Nah, LeBron is not going to lead it.
KD can't be a choice.
Yeah, he's not 40-year-old Bron almost. Like, I think KD, because KD's, like, the reason why I said it, because I don't know if you remember that 2012 one. Like, KD, obviously that was 12 years ago, but KD, he can hoop, and I think in any kind of situation.
Yeah.
And it comes effortlessly. Like, he can play off the ball. Like, Ant is not an off the ball player. Like, he has to be on ball. Like, Ant's catch and shoot is really not even that good.
Right.
Like, so I think if you take the ball out of Ant hands, it doesn't mean he's not going to spot up in the corner. Like, KD, he can spot up in the corner. He can take you off the dribble. He can catch it. Like, he can do anything. And that stuff translates to Olympic basketball well. Yeah. When you don't need the ball, because everybody's a baller on this team.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to have catch and shoot kind of guys. Like, so that's why I think it still can be him, because he's like, I'm 35, I don't have to do all the dribbling, but you hit me in the corner, I can still knock these down easily.
Yeah,
that's the reason why I'm going with him. Not just because he's Kevin Durant. I
think that's right. Like Kevin Durant,
like it fits the Olympic.
He has
basketball.
an adaptable NBA, or he has an adaptable basketball game. Mm-hmm. You can put him in the middle of Rucker, he'll adjust his game. You can put him in the middle of FIBA, he will
adjust to it. Like,
put him in playoff basketball, put him in anywhere, you drop him anywhere, he'll adjust.
And that's
and put the ball in the basket.
Because I was last Saturday on YouTube, I kid you not, I was just watching the 2012 game versus Spain, the championship one, and I was watching it, and KD led the team in scoring. He had like 30 plus. Kobe had like 19, Bron had like 20 or something like that. But I was just looking at KD, and he just hit so many spot-up shots from the corner.
Yep.
And it's like, he hitting those, and then right. You go in and you see him dribble, boom, boom, hit a little move, and I'm like, he can just do everything. And KD's game has never changed. Like, he's always been good at the same skills. Yeah. Like, the same skills he had in 2012 are the same skills he has now. He doesn't have to be super athletic. Right. So that's why I'm like, KD, it works for that world.
Same thing with Melo, too.
Yeah, with Melo, exactly. Like, they can catch and shoot. In the same game, Melo had a whole bunch of catch and shoot shots.
You drop Melo anywhere in the world, and he'll adapt and get buckets.
Exactly. Just bucket getters.
That's what.
And so, Carmelo was hitting a whole bunch of, like, pull-up, catch and shoot threes. And I'm like, in this type of game, you got to have a nice catch and shoot, because you're not going to be able to just dribble all the time like it's 12 other All-Stars. But leading the team, all right, if I don't say KD, Joel was there. I just don't know Joel in this type of situation. I've never seen him in the Olympics. It's different.
They said that it's a little bit more physical.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's
so
much
all
different.
Those, like, ticky-tack, nah.
And I just don't think I think he's a softer kind of guy. I think this kind of competition, like, it really separates the boys from the men. And it's like, I don't know if I see Embiid as a man yet, really.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and I don't know if it's anybody off the bench that's gonna lead it. Like, I'm trying to remember this team.
I mean, you got
Steph there,
Curry,
but I just don't think Steph leads it.
Yeah,
36-year-old Steph, I don't think he leads this, because he's not a pure scorer as much as KD
that's
is.
Catch and shoot, and he can run and everything too.
That's true, but I feel like in this type of environment, like an All-Star game is different. I feel like an Olympic game, I feel like that's where KD probably shines more than Curry.
Yeah. I don't think any of the young guys actually, I mean, my pick was Kevin Durant.
Oh,
I'm just saying that was safe.
He caused this whole uproar.
That's the safe.
All
I said
uproar.
was your answer is the safe pick. But if it's not KD, I think it's gonna be Curry. I think Stephen Curry is like he hasn't played in the Olympics ever, man. I think he's gonna show people like, hey, and they didn't make the playoffs. Yeah, man. I think Curry got something to prove. He's gonna go over there and they gonna every shot he hit is gonna go crazy. I think we're gonna see Chef Curry again. So who you got for WNBA?
I'm looking up the team and everything is showing me the select team, and I'm like, I don't care about the select team. Like, why is that coming up? Who
you got first? For WNBA who's leading in points?
Asia.
You think that's what it translates to?
I think she's just the best. Like,
yeah,
it's not even that. I'm not even trying to make it. Oh, it's obvious because she leads the league. Like, no, it's just sometimes they're better. Like, it's just sometimes it's just A and B. Like, sometimes 1 + 1 is just 2. Like,
I mean, I think that was pretty easy too. Like Asia, how can you go with anybody else other than Asia?
Bro, she just broke history, like the most 20-point games consecutively or something like that. I'm like, bro.
You know who else is breaking history too? Angel Reese.
Oh, Angel Reese, she balling right now, but I'm not even going to tap into that. I'm not even going to do it.
She could have.
That's going to steal the show for 35, 40 minutes.
Listen, she could have the most consecutive double doubles in WNBA history. Not just rookie. In WNBA, you know your girl, Asia Wilson is in there too. I'm just saying. But Caitlin Clark too, the fastest to 300 points, 100 rebound, something like that too. I'm just saying these rookies, it is what it is. So I know you saw Murray to the Pelicans.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You don't like Murray to the Pelicans?
I just don't like the Pelicans. Like it's just one of them teams that you just like. I don't like to watch their games like that. And I like basketball. So you a casual. You don't like. No, it's teams that you just don't like to watch, even if they're a playoff team. Like Zion there when he want to be there. Brandon Ingram there when he want to be there. Like it's
Brandon
just
Ingram always.
It's just a weird team to me. Like I don't like to bet on that team. I don't like to bet props. I don't like to bet money line. I don't like to. I just that team I don't like it. And I like Murray. So the reason why I don't like the trades is because I like to watch Murray. I like to bet on Murray, and he's gonna get tainted by going to that system because I don't like to bet on those players because McCollum.
I don't know, man.
McCollum is different every night. Ingram is different.
So the backcourt is McCollum and Murray. That's not a solid backcourt,
bro.
To you?
It's a solid backcourt. It just feels like it's one of them teams that like you just know they're not gonna win it all.
That's like 90% of the league, bro.
But you leave. I know he wanted out of there because Trae Young is there. Like you want out of there, and you're not really going to be you're not title contention. I feel like when people start getting 28, like 27, 28, 29, and you still are jumping from teams that aren't title contention teams, then what are we doing?
I mean, he got traded, right?
True, but I mean,
he can't really.
He got no wiggle room. Like he got no kind of way. Like some players got that kind of like leverage where they like, yo.
Well, he not one of them. That no trade clause or whatever.
Now.
Like,
and I see that.
Yeah,
now.
I think Murray is one of the games we were talking about earlier. Like, I think he can adapt to any type of environment that he goes to. I think. When he was in San Antonio, he was.
I would have liked if he got traded to San Antonio. Like I would have liked if he got traded to a team that like. Even though the San Antonio Spurs, like, they're not competing for nothing right now, but I think that system can eventually. I see the Spurs getting better in 5 years than the Pelicans.
I think.
Or 3 years.
I think it depends on health with the Pelicans, man.
And that's the whole point. Like, what we've seen, the sample size that we've seen, it hasn't worked.
If B.I. can stay healthy,
which hasn't happened.
Right. If Zion,
which hasn't happened,
can stay healthy, I think this team is probably.
Yeah, if. And that's the thing. I don't like the ifs.
And it's all with injuries, though. Like,
it's the ifs.
I think it's all with injuries because, I mean, you got Herb Jones over there. You got Trey Murphy. These people, man. You got, Marshall. I think he's a free agent now, but I like the.
Najee Marshall.
Yeah, I like to do Marshall. Like, They got a solid team,
They
man.
do. I just don't.
But they just can't stay healthy. They just can't stay healthy,
That
man.
team is a black cat, man. Like, it just... I swear I don't bet on nothing. Bro, McCollum can have 5, 6, 7, 8 straight games with his rebounds, assists at line at 8.5, and he catching every time. Let me bet on him. He don't know how to pass the ball. He don't know how to grab a rebound. Like,
he turned into Caleb Clark.
Ingram, he could be going against the Bucks. Now his mid range is all dropping. I take the over on Brandon Ingram. He can't. Oh, I kid you not. I took the under.
So this personal. I see this.
And then they don't be playing. Like, oh yeah, all right.
That's my biggest.
I'm taking the under on Zion.
Playing.
I'm taking the under on Zion because everybody healthy, so he might not have to do as much. Oh, Brandon Ingram up. Now Zion got to get 35. Like, you're like, come on.
Hey, what's up with your boy Paul George?
Bro,
you said that he was gonna stay with the Clippers.
I didn't say that. I said Klay Thompson was going to stay with the Warriors. So either way, I was wrong on that. But that's why I was like, hey, I got to have my 6%.
That's exactly what I was trying to get to.
I got to have my 6%.
This was a great segue.
I was at 95.
Mr. 94 feet.
I was at 95. Thank you for putting me back to 94,
Mr.
man.
94.
I need it. I was at 95, and I was like, I can't go. I got to keep in line with what I am, man. So I got to. I had
you definitely was at 95 because you still owe me $5 from the bet that we had.
Oh yeah, that's
and now
true.
you got Klay Thompson. That's it is no like it's not saying.
I'm about to say it ain't official.
It's not official, but that's where it's in the direction.
It's in that direction.
That's the direction.
Anything can happen
where
though.
they go. So they said the Magic is looking at him. You think that's a good fit?
No, stop going to these teams that aren't contenders, man. If you got your bread already, stop, man. Because you're going there to prove a point.
Or non-contenders.
And you're not proving no point there with the Magic.
So if he get them to the playoffs, it don't mean nothing. Well, obviously they went to the playoffs last year.
They're not going to be better than the Knicks. They're not going to be better than the Bucks. They're not going to be better than the Celtics. So what are we doing?
I mean, you still got to go somewhere, bro. You got to play somewhere. And if the top
play
teams...
for a team, if you think about it, they're going in a different direction. They're trying to prove, hey, we can be better without you. You trying to prove I'm gonna be better without y'all. Then you go to a team that is going to be in a different conference. I'm saying if you go to the Magic, you go to a team that's in a different conference that's not going to be 1 through 4. They're not going to be better than the Bucks. They're not going to be better than the Knicks. They're not going to be better than the Celtics. Like, you just know off the rip, they're not going to be better. They're not going to have a better record than these teams.
And they're not going to be better than the 76ers either.
Oh, yeah, and the 76ers, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
so you go into a team, like, you may be 5th seed.
Maybe.
Like,
maybe
5th seed. Cavs might even still.
That's what I'm saying.
They might be 6th. So it's like, you're leaving to prove a point. I'm leaving. I'm going to go do better. And you go be a 6th seed. What's the point?
Well, Warriors probably don't make the playoffs next year either, so...
That's what I'm saying. Like, either way, like, this bad on both ends. If I'm Klay, I'm going to a team, like... I don't want him to do the whole Lakers thing. Like, I just feel like LeBron want to play with every player ever. Like, it bothers me. Like, Bron, oh, we'll take him. You see him, advocating, like... We'll take him.
He said he'd take less for Klay to get.
I can't stand as much. It's times when I want to be a Bron fan, and then he started doing this. Like, he want to play with every All-Star ever.
Wouldn't you though?
Yeah, but I'm not going. I'm not putting that out there.
Talking about.
Nah, honestly,
if you got the chance to play with these,
I wouldn't. It's certain times you just want to get it out the mud.
It's certain players.
Sometimes you want to get it out the mud. You don't want to have to every time. Yeah. Every time Bron is trying to get these dudes, like, every time.
Yeah, certain players that I would not, like Giannis and James Harden. Like, I know Giannis would not like to
he's not going to team up. Like, this dude stole 4 rings from you. 4 rings from you. Like, let that man be an op forever. Like, forever. If it's not, like I just don't understand it, man. Like, Bron has to, like, everybody's, like, food. He at the table, like... for the crumbs. No, just go eat your plate, bro. Like,
so what about PG to the Sixers?
Actually,
they
this
said
is where
that
I actually
they
have no
aggressively looking to go grab PG.
Yeah.
But they said PG is still taking the meeting with the Clippers though too. So he might go back. But 76ers said they're aggressively going for him. What does PG look like on the 76ers? Is he the still same PG? Or is he like older PG averaging 15
No, he's not going to average 15 a game.
Well, I'm just asking, man.
What do you think if he went there? How much he averaging? Do you think he averaging 15?
Oh no, he's averaging 20.
Oh, by the
he's averaging 20.
When you said that, I was like,
I think PG still like. I think he's still a really good player. Like really good player.
Yeah, well, he just turned 34. He get out there. But yeah, like 22. Because Joel's still going to try to shoot everything, balls.
Yeah,
like,
then you got Maxey. But what does the team look like? You give
coming.
them top 4 or top 3?
I give them top 4. Because if Embiid didn't go out last year, they would have been top 4. Like the only reason why they slipped to like that 7 seed is because Embiid got hurt. Like, but they were on pace. They were like 3rd up until that point.
Do they make noise in the playoffs then? I mean, you got playoff P and then you got Joel Embiid. So what does that look like?
The reason why, I'm not trying to say they won't make noise. They may get out of the first round because if they top 4, they might just play
the Cavs or
the Cavs, and I think they can get past them. But the reason why they don't go any further because I think the Knicks moved the needle with the Mikal, even though they got rid of a lot of people, but they still have a lot of weapons. And even if they wanted to trade like Mitchell Robinson, if they wanted to trade like Randall, or OG, like they have options, they have people. And so they have they have winners on their team.
Yeah.
Like I think that's the difference between just having a whole bunch of guys. Somebody was like, "Oh, there's just a whole bunch of glorified role players," but I'm like,
I mean, he's not wrong, except for Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
everybody
these guys
else
know how to play the game the right way.
Who's really the glorified? Is Josh Hart? I mean, he's a good role player. Yeah,
DiVincenzo, like they're role players.
Yeah,
Mikal is not a role player. He's a starter. I don't say he's an all-star or star,
but he's still a role player. I wouldn't call him anything above a role player.
I don't think he's a role player.
What do you call him then?
I think he's a solid starter.
Right. Okay.
That's not a role player. Is Josh Hart, DiVincenzo. Like, well, even DiVincenzo turned from like a role player last year because I mean he had more on his back. It was him and after Randall went down, it was him and Brunson. Like I seen DiVincenzo lines at like 22.5, 21.5, like, right. And I'm like, I'm not taking that. That's DiVincenzo. I'm not taking an over, and he's smacking these overs. So I don't think last year.
I'm trying to see how I put. I don't view Mikal. I view him as a starter. Yes, yeah, solid starter.
A solid starter. I don't think.
But if he's a role player among starters.
If you average 22 or 23, you're not a role player. You're not a role player averaging 20. If you average 20 plus, you're not a role player.
So Cam Thomas, what is he?
He doesn't average. Well, Cam Thomas, I don't think is a role player. I think he's a starter. Like he's a decent starter.
I think the definition. I don't know.
It matters. I think you can be a
role player.
I think it matters what team you're on too.
I think you can be a role player and be a starter. Like you can be a starter on the like Brook Lopez. What is Brook Lopez?
Is a role player,
right? And he's a starter. But he's a solid starter.
He plays his role. Mikal doesn't play his role. He leads the team.
What team did he lead?
The Nets.
You okay? You so count that? You count that? Okay. I feel you. I feel that.
Even if they didn't do well, but he led the team.
Pause. I feel that.
Even if you lead them into the dirt.
I get what you're saying.
Like,
but now
he's still a solid starter. He's not.
I'm not saying he's not a solid starter, but is he a go-to player?
You can go to him.
No. You're not answering my question. Is he the go-to player?
He's not. You have Jalen Brunson. He's not the go-to.
Exactly my point. So he's a role player. If you're not the go-to player,
who's a role player? Dame or Giannis? Because there's a go-to player.
Well. So it depends on the situation.
No. Let's not do this. So you're saying you can only have one player.
I see
who's
Mikal
the go-to
Bridges
guy.
As a role player. He's one of those like fit pieces. Like he's one of those fit pieces. Like what you call it. Like I don't think you can go to Mikal in clutch.
He was
you
doing
can go to Giannis and
bro,
clutch.
He burnt your ticket. You had him for the under for 26. He had 20 or 22 or something. He had 26 in the first quarter. I remember.
Okay.
He burnt your ticket from the beginning.
All right.
That's
Okay.
why you feel something. That's why you're mad.
Derrick Rose.
That's why you mad.
Derrick
'Cause he the
Rose
only
scored
one.
50 points 2 years ago.
That's
what
why
are we
you mad.
talking about?
But he's also not averaging 22 now.
You think Mikal Bridges averages 22 on this team? No. You and I know that he's not averaging 20
It
plus.
depends on Randall.
It doesn't depend on Randall. He's not averaging
after
20.
Randall went down, DiVincenzo started averaging
if
like
you're
19 a
a
game.
go-to player, Mikal Bridges is not a, hey, let me get a ball to Mikal Bridges.
He was doing it with the Nets, bro.
It's the Nets.
They still made the playoffs last year.
It's
He was
the
averaging
Nets.
26, like the year before last when he first got traded there. He went from averaging like 16 to like 26.
All right, man.
Got it. Like
yeah,
still got into the
Linsanity
playoffs.
happened
Like,
too. Okay, I mean, Linsanity happened
So,
too.
you
We gonna
compare
see
Mikal-
Mikal Bridges exactly like how he was when he was on the Phoenix.
Absolutely
Phoenix Suns.
not.
We're gonna see that exact same Phoenix. He's gonna play defense, hit a few threes. Okay, how many points you giving him there? Randall is in.
last year he averaged 20. All right? I see him still.
He didn't even average the most of his team. Didn't Cam Thomas average more than him?
He took probably like 8 more shots a
Okay,
game.
so that's not what I'm
He
saying.
wasn't. He didn't lead the team though. It's the difference between averaging the most points and then still leading the team.
Okay, I see. I mean, Randall is a go-to player. Jalen Brunson is a go-to player. Mikal Bridges is not a go-to player.
I think he is. Not every night. Not every night he's.
So you're really giving the ball to Mikal Bridges and saying, "Hey, go get a bucket for me."
I absolutely will. I absolutely will give the ball to Mikal and say, "Hey, go get a bucket." Like I absolutely will.
Yeah, on the Nets.
Even here. So you only giving Jalen Brunson the ball?
Why would you give it to anybody else? I would give
It's
the
like
ball
having
to
Dame and Chris Middleton and saying, "Hey, Chris Middleton, you better not even look at that ball."
If I have one of the greatest
so you
clutch
never go to Chris
shooters
Middleton.
in the last 10
So you
minutes,
wouldn't go to Chris Middleton at all?
No, listen, this is what I would do. I would say, Dame, you go, you figure it out. The most clutch
I'm
player.
drawing up plays for Chris Middleton. I'm sorry. Like, not every game ending decision, I'm going to Dame. No, I'm not. Not every game ending
This
decision,
dude
I'm
has
going
his
to.
own time.
It don't matter how many. Like,
He has his own time.
no.
What are we talking about?
No, not every play. Like,
This
bro, you
dude-
got to be the worst coach ever.
This
if you
dude has
drawing up
his
the play
own
every
time.
single time.
The most clutch
Every
player in
time?
the last decade, and you want to go to somebody else.
Bro.
This is exactly why he wanted to
When
get
we were
rid of
playing the
AG.
Pacers, look, when we were playing the Pacers,
exactly
look,
why
playing
he
the
wanted
Pacers,
to get rid of
who was
AG.
hitting these threes to keep us in the game in that Pacers game when we went to overtime? Who was hitting these shots?
Okay, are we talking about clutch
Was
situation?
it Dame
or are we
or
talking
was it
about
Chris Middleton?
Okay, one shot, or are we talking about in clutch like last 5
How many
minutes?
times was Chris Middleton getting crazy clutch buckets, not game-winning shots, but clutch buckets at the end of games,
we
bro?
need to say what we're talking about. Are we
We were
talking
going
about
to him.
a last-second shot, like one
both of them.
possession, or multiple like under 5
Multiple
minutes?
possessions, we were going to Chris Middleton. Multiple, like it was like Chris Middleton.
I understand
go
what
two,
you're saying.
Dame get some.
Right.
Like,
But
and
the
the only person
question
that was
is
getting
different
squeezed out
from
was
what I'm
Giannis.
asking. Right. But the question is different from what I'm asking.
All right, what you asking?
What I just asked, what I'm saying is, what you just said is probably different from what I'm asking.
All right.
So,
Let me
are
hear
we talking
this.
about one possession left to win the game, or are we talking about the last 5 minutes clutch situation?
I think they like both. Like not every single game.
One
winning
possession
play,
is different than
yeah,
five
but
possessions.
not every one possession. I'm going to the exact same guy every time. If I have Dame and Chris,
Nah.
not every time I'm going to Dame.
If
Not-
we're the last 5
10 out of
minutes,
10 you going to Dame
If we're the last
game winning
5,
shot.
listen. If we're the last 5 minutes, I'm drawing up stuff for Dame. I'm drawing up stuff for Chris. I'm drawing up stuff for Giannis. But if we have one,
10 straight. So
If
10 out
we
of 10.
have
10 out of
one-
10. You going Dame over Chris Middleton. 10 out of 10.
if we have one possession left
10 out of 10.
to win the game, if we have 10,
Every single time.
Oh, listen to this.
Every single time. Are you
if
going Dame
we
every
have
single time?
one possession left, 10 times in 10 different games, I'm going with the most clutch player in the last decade.
I'm not going Dame every time.
Every single time.
Think about it.
Okay, how often would you go to? How often would you go to one of the greatest clutch players ever?
If Drew Holiday is on Dame,
that's like saying
Derek White is on Chris Middleton, I'm not drawing the play up for Dame. I'm not. If Herb Jones is on Dame, and Brandon Ingram is on Chris Middleton, you just gotta
run a screen and get him off. It's not that difficult. Run a screen and get him off. I'm not gonna go one-on-one with Derek White against Chris Middleton.
That's not good coaching, bro. No, not 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, I'm not going to the same guy.
10 out of 10, I'm going with that.
No. Chris Middleton, you act like Chris Middleton is not a bucket getter.
I'm not saying that he's watching. Listen, when you walk in the gym and Dame is not there, you're my clutch guy. When somebody else gets up,
you gotta play to what your strengths too. Like you can't just play. Okay, you're not playing 2K. Like on 2K, I might be going Dame every time because it's Dame. But like in real life situation, you gotta look at the situation and say, hey, or who's been getting buckets? What if Dame is shooting 3 for 22 that night and Chris Middleton is shooting 13 for 19? Like I'm not drawing that play up for Dame.
So how often are you going to Dame? Man? 10 one-possession games. How often are you going to Dame?
I think it matters about the situation.
You splitting it half and half?
No, I'm not going to split it half and half. What I will do is assess the situation. Who's on?
So what you're saying right now
to that position.
So what you're saying right now is we got 10 one possession. You will go to Chris Middleton more than you will go to Dame.
No, I wouldn't say more. I said Dame.
You
70%.
just said it depends on the situation. What if Chris Middleton in those 10 games is having a better 10 games?
If that's the sample size of those 10 games, and out of these 10 games, Dame is shooting 5 for 19 from the field. Mm-hmm. Chris Middleton is shooting 13 for 20. So you would pick Chris
Middleton over.
Look. I'm not done. And he has the matchup.
Crazy.
Think about it. All right. If I've been running this play down the stretch, Dame is passing Chris Middleton the ball because Chris Middleton is killing, right? Because his matchup is just not working. He has the best matchup. Like he's killing whoever's guarding him. And imagine, like, if you're killing whoever's guarding you, bro, I'm taking that last shot. Bro, we just had a situation, right? Where I was not killing, you were killing when we were playing ball. Who took the last shot to win it? It was me. But who was killing? Like you were killing the whole time, but you didn't take the last shot.
I mean, I could have.
You could have, but you didn't. But I still took the last shot. Like I had the better matchup in that situation.
Oh, you talking about when you scored the game winner?
Yeah, I had the better situation, so it made more sense. Like, because they wasn't going to keep trying to let you get these shots off. So it's like, hey, I don't have to take the last shot. Shane, you have a better situation. Boom, lay it up.
Nah.
Like, it depends on situations, too.
I'm not going with no. It ain't no depend on nothing.
So every situation, Drew Holiday on Dame, he's shooting 5 for 19.
That's
You're still going
easy. Get your man to pick for Drew Holiday.
What if he
get your man to pick for Drew Holiday?
Brown is on him.
Run some type of transaction.
Now Jaylen Brown is on him.
That's what they do. How do you think Jalen Brunson get a lot of his buckets?
But I'm saying, like, bro,
that's how he get a lot of his buckets.
He has
get the hard defender
else
off of him, run a pick, and have him go against their center. That's what you do.
I'm not doing that.
That's why the Celtics.
Does that make sense?
That's why the Celtics
you go to the same
good.
guy every single time. What if this guy's killing? He's the reason why.
Listen,
no,
this dude right here.
No, it don't make no sense.
This dude can have Michael Jordan in his prime, and he'll still consistently go to Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr hit a shot. Yeah, he hit a shot in clutch.
No.
Mark Price hit a shot. Yes, he hit a shot in clutch. But he would not. You give the ball to Michael Jordan and you let him assess the situation. That's what you do. This dude is drawing up plays for Steve Kerr when he has Michael Jordan on it.
Steve Kerr. You're comparing Steve Kerr and Michael Jordan to Chris Middleton.
Giving the ball.
Dame.
No, I'm saying with your logic, with your foundation.
Steve Kerr wasn't balling, keeping him in the. Steve Kerr was in the
foundation.
So when is the last time Steve Kerr dropping 30 bombs?
This dude was Steve
Kerr dropping 30 bombs and killing people off the dribble?
Bro,
Was Was Steve Kerr dropping 30 bombs?
I'm not saying that he was. I'm not saying that he was.
It's different. I'm not going to get
what I'm
Steve
telling
Kerr,
you is
he's not
one of the greatest coaches in the world. One of the greatest coaches ever, Phil Jackson.
You're not making
gave the ball to Michael Jordan and said, "You pick what you want to do."
You are comparing Michael Jordan and Steve Kerr or Chris Middleton, who's an all-star, made Olympic teams. Steve Kerr was never that guy. He can't take the ball and go create for the team.
What I'm saying,
he had a catch and shoot, wide open because I'm getting double team. Here you go.
But what about
that's different? The play wasn't drawn up.
But what about the situation though? You said it's situational. What if Jordan went 5 of 19 and Steve Kerr had 30 points?
That's a big. That wasn't.
You
happening.
would go to Steve
that wasn't
Kerr.
Happening. That was not happening.
You would go to Steve.
That wasn't happening.
It wasn't happening. But what if it did happen? You would draw up a play.
You're talking about a hypothetical
Kerr.
on a situation that wouldn't even matter. Like I'm talking about was real. Chris Middleton is light years better than Steve Kerr. Like you're talking about a guy that made Olympic teams, a guy that made multiple All-Star teams, a guy that averaged 20 plus.
But your foundation of your argument says
you're talking about a hypothetical. I'm talking about what's real. You're
both
saying,
of them is hypothetical. What are you talking about? This is a hypothetical situation.
For Chris Middleton, and he was getting buckets in a lot of these games, bro. A lot of these late games, you got to admit, it was Chris Middleton and Dame, and it wasn't Giannis.
Okay, you're right. Let me ask you this.
So you're talking about a hypothetical. What if Chris?
Right.
Steve
Let me
Kerr,
ask you this.
What if Steve Kerr averaged as much? He didn't. That's why it didn't happen.
Okay.
Chris Middleton averaged as much. That's why he is.
Okay,
in this position.
let me ask you this hypothetical question. Let's say Jordan is 1 of 10. 1 of 10. He's having his worst game. He's at 15 points a game, or he got 15 points. Steve Kerr has 30 points. He's 10 of.
No,
he's 10 of 15 from the
the reason
he's
why
10 of 15 from 3 right now. You need a 3 to win. Who are you going for the last second shot?
You need a 3 to win?
I need a 3 to win.
I'm drawing up a play for Steve Kerr.
I cannot believe
I'm using Michael Jordan as bait. I'm using Michael Jordan as bait, and I'm getting Steve Kerr the ball.
That's what I said. You drop
in this situation.
That's what I said.
If I need a 3, if it's different. If I need any bucket. If I need a bucket, I'm going Jordan. If I need a 3, I'm going Kerr.
You want to change it. You want to change it. Now.
You just that was your question. You said you need a 3. This situation does matter.
If I need a 3, how you know Jordan can't go bump and 1 or something like that?
They weren't even doing that back in the day.
Like
no,
Jordan.
This is what makes great coaches, and there's 2K coaches.
Yes, because you want to draw up a play for Steve Kerr.
I absolutely will. Bro,
you got Michael Jordan on your team, and you want to draw up a play for Steve Kerr.
Absolutely.
You might as well go to Bill Wellington, too. Luke Longley.
I absolutely will.
To Luke Longley.
If this dude is 10 for 10 and I need a 3,
Ron Harper.
It's different if we down by 1 point and I need a bucket.
Let me ask
I'm going to Jordan if I need a bucket.
Let me just ask you one more hypothetical.
If we're down by 2 points and we need a 3, or we down by 3, we need to tie the game, I'm drawing up a play. I'm using Jordan as a decoy, and I'm getting him to come off some kind of like, bro.
Okay, let me ask you just one more hypothetical question.
Took every game-winning shot in his career. Kobe took every game-winning shot. So the play was never drawn up for nobody else.
Hypothetical question. Just one more
make no sense, brother.
You have Kobe Bryant. No, you got Michael Jordan on your team.
So you said every
you got Michael Jordan on your team.
For Jordan.
You got Michael Jordan on your team.
All right.
Right? Luke Longley is Luke Longley is 10 of 16, having a great game. 10 of 16 with 20 points, right? You need a bucket. Who are you going with? Jordan is having a bad game, 1 of 15. Who are you going to?
But you're getting away from the
look, Jordan or Luke Longley. Who you going with?
Look. I know as soon as I give my answer, as soon as I give my answer, he gonna jump right in.
Going to Luke Longley.
Look, before I give my answer, so he already got his mind made up.
Is Jordan gonna play for Luke Longley?
No,
it depends Jordan
on what I need, right? If I have Steve Kerr going 10 for 10, right? I need a 3. Why would I go to a lower shooter? Like, I'm going to use him as decoy. We're going to run some kind of screens, get him open. So you're saying every single play, LeBron is always been designed for LeBron.
He act like Jordan can't make a 3. He act like Jordan has not hit clutch threes.
But I'm going to play percentages.
Okay.
In this situation, Who is a better 3-point shooter in this situation? Steve Kerr, right?
So you would go.
How many game-winning threes have Jordan hit?
If we need a 3, now you're saying percentages. If
Yes,
we
it
need
is,
a 3,
yes.
if we need a 3 to win, right?
What if Draymond is shooting 10 for 10?
Oh,
right?
listen to
look.
this.
Draymond is shooting 10 for 10 for 3.
He's playing percentages now.
Jordan is shooting 10 for 10 for 3. I'm still going to go with the better shooter. No matter what, I'm going with the better 3-point shooter if I need a 3. If I need a 3, I'm going to go with the better 3-point shooter.
Okay, let me ask you, bro, listen to what you said. Now you're playing percentages.
Oh, my God.
AJ Green,
we got to wrap this up.
Let's say AJ Green shoots a better 3-point percentage than Dame Lillard. You're you're saying you're gonna draw up a play for AJ Green.
It's about who is a better 3-point shooter. Who's a better 3-point shooter? Dame in this time or AJ Green in this time? Dame is Dame is top 4 3-point shooters ever.
Chris
I'm
Middleton
always
choose
Chris
him.
Middleton he's top 4 ever. AJ Green is not top 4
Middleton,
3-point shooter ever.
So Chris Middleton is a better 3-point shooter than Dame Lillard. You still gonna?
He's not a better 3-point shooter than Dame Lillard.
But you would drop a play for him. That's what you just said.
I said to get a bucket. I didn't say it just had to be a 3. I'm like, if we need a 3, I'd draw up a play for either one. Who has the better situation here? Who has the better matchup? Who has the better game? This
dude to be Monty Williams. He get fired on his first joint. I ain't
gonna
lie.
Get fired for going to the same dude. Even though he has the best defense on him, he's having a horrible game. This
Kobe
dude has
did it.
a best. He doesn't have a great.
Did it. Jordan did it.
It's Kobe.
Dame did it for the last decade. He did it the first.
So CJ McCollum didn't have game winners.
Listen,
so CJ McCollum wouldn't hit clutch buckets.
First game.
So no play was ever drawn up.
Uniform. The first game in a new uniform, he did it. Dame
Chris
Lillard.
McCollum never had a play drawn up for him.
The Kings,
whole time with the Blazers.
So McCollum, he didn't.
He wasn't the number 1 guy, but I guarantee there were still game-winning plays that were drawn up for McCollum. The same way with Middleton. He's not the best player on the team.
Clutch guy in the last decade.
I'm not doing it, bro.
You're gonna draw it up for somebody else.
As much as I love Dame, Dame had a game-winning play and got blocked by Dinwiddie.
That's like okay. That's what you live with.
So you acting like he's just 100% every time he gets the ball at the last.
You see him send your boy home. You see him send your boy home. The wave by. God. How many games have he ended? Carmelo Anthony said it best.
How many games has Chris Middleton
Carmelo
ended?
Anthony said it best.
How many games has
Chris
Middleton ended?
He said there's players that can hit a clutch shot and there's players that can send you home. Which one is Chris Middleton? Chris Middleton is a player that can hit a clutch shot, but Dame is the one that'll see you home. That's what
I'm not drawing up a play for the same dude 10 out of 10 times. I will not. That's just bad coaching.
All right.
10 out of 10
Phil
times.
did it.
10 out of 10. I guarantee Scottie Pippen has some plays drawn up.
Why would you do that when you have
the better situation
in the world?
Jordan went 100 for 100 in clutch time buckets.
That's crazy. You know what's wild is this dude can have. Listen, this dude can have Jordan on his team. He can have LeBron. He can have Steph Curry.
So who do you go to? Who do you go to?
But if Luke Longley is having a good game,
I never even said that.
He'll go to Luke Longley.
I never even said that.
That's crazy.
I'm not doing this, brother, man. That's episode 31. That's the Reggie Miller. I can't do it. This man don't be making. He'll make no sense.
We need to title this. Would you draw up a play for Luke Longley?
Did I say I would?
Or Bill Wellington?
Did I say I would?
This dude would do Judd Buchler off the bench.
You don't be answering none of my questions.
Judd Buchler off the bench.
None of my questions.
But they're having a good game. It's situational, They're having a good game.
Bro, you will be the worst coach ever.
No, you'd be Monty. What? You would get fired on your first year.
Nah, you would, because you like, I'm going straight. That's why you believe AJ Griffin was good, because you just play it like his 2K. The same way AJ Griffin was playing like his 2K. All right, I got star players. I'm going to burn them to the ground. I'm not gonna worry about no coaching. I'm gonna go straight star players.
Listen,
the same way you feel. I'm gonna just go straight star players.
It's literally 1 + 1 = 2. If you have the clutchest player in the last decade,
So you got to go to him every time, no matter what the situation is.
10 out of 10. Dame,
That
go
sound
do what
foolish.
you do.
That
Dame,
sound foolish.
go do what
No
you
matter
do. Putting
if you have
Shane
another
Boy
all-star,
out.
if you have
Putting
another
James
all-star,
Harden out. Putting the Kings out. Putting hitting those clutch. Hit that clutch shot on the 76ers.
I can't. We gotta disagree.
31,
on that.
man.
We need to get
31.
a third person on
10
here.
out of 10.
Because you be talking crazy.
10 out of 10. I'm going to the clutchest player. I don't care what you call it is. Because you're gonna go to that player that has been in this situation but hasn't really been in this situation, and their confidence is not gonna be up. I'm going to the player that show and prove
that because he does it 100% of the time. So Chris Middleton never hit clutch buckets.
I think you live with it. I think you live with one of the clutchest players ever. It worked for it worked for.
How many rings Dame's got? How many rings Dame got?
What does that matter?
How many rings Chris Middleton got? Who got more rings?
How many times have you played with an all-star?
He played with LaMarcus Aldridge.
Okay, 1. He's been in the league, 11, 12 years.
And what's his name?
He played with one all-star.
Giannis only played with 2.
Name another all-star.
Giannis only played with 2.
Okay, we're talking about Giannis right now. So you're telling me if Dame and Giannis, right? Dame and Giannis playing together, you're telling me would they have more than 1 ring that Chris Middleton and got?
We don't know.
We don't know. If they're healthy,
we don't know.
If they're healthy, okay, what's your opinion? Giannis and Chris been together for what? 9, 10 years, 11 years, right? Let's say Dame and Giannis had that same time. Do you think they only have 1 ring?
I don't know.
I'm asking you. You don't have an opinion on it? Oh, now you don't have an opinion.
I'm gonna start trolling you.
They have at least.
I'm gonna start trolling the way you was trolling.
They have more than 1 ring.
Maybe we don't know.
Keep it a bean.
We don't know.
Episode 31. Listen, you can tell me off camera. Let me know.
You know you wouldn't go to Dame every single play. If I got Chris Kittle, the same way, bro. All right, peep this, right?
Episode 31.
No, we're gonna wrap this up right here.
Episode 31.
Yo, when we were hooping, right? Who was killing it? It was you and Max, right?
Maybe. I don't remember.
So were you passing the ball to Max in plays too? And Max was killing. And then you were killing. So y'all was trading off, right?
Is Max one of the clutchest players in the last 10 years?
But I'm saying, no. Playing pickup ball, right? Did you take every shot, or did you, like, when we were down, because it was one of those games, we came back. Mm-hmm. And who was bringing it? It was you and Max, right? Max was hooping. You were hooping. So why would I'm obviously still going to go to the same guy who's been hooping. Like, if somebody's not hooping, then it's like, all right, I may not go to them. But I'm going with the guy that's hooping. Like, he's hooping. He showed that he can get a bucket. The same way with Chris. He's proven that he can get a bucket. So I'm going to trust him in his position. It'd be different if you shot.
This right here tells me that this man can have Michael Jordan on his team and he will run a play for Steve Kerr because he's killing in that game.
It's not about that.
Shows
it's about what you need. If I need a 2, I'm going to Jordan. If I need a 3 and we got 1.6 seconds left, or we got 0.9 seconds left, I'm going to Steve Kerr.
Yeah, this dude would be Monty
Williams. Drawing up a play, and I'm going to Steve Kerr.
This dude will lose his job.
Dude, you get what I'm saying? Like, Michael Jordan wasn't a 3-point shooter. I'm not trusting. I'm going to use him.
He's hit clutch 3-point shots, though. That's what you're not meant. That's in his will. That's in
Jordan shot like.
That's in his wheelhouse. That's in his wheelhouse.
No,
he can do that. Michael Jordan can hit a clutch 3-point shot.
Nah. I guarantee.
Okay, what about Kobe Bryant?
Gonna find a way.
So Smush Parker's over there. He's having the game of his life. You're gonna draw up a play for Smush Parker because Kobe can't hit a shot?
I'm drawing it for Kobe because Kobe can shoot threes. He was not a better 3-point shooter than Kobe.
Gosh,
who hit more game-winning 3-point shots, Kobe or Jordan? Kobe. Kobe was a better 3-point
your logic,
shooter.
you go with the person. Kobe's gonna have.
If he's not a good 3-point shooter, right? If this guy is not a great 3-point shooter, and there's a guy who is a great 3-point shooter, and he has a better game, and he's having a better game.
So you would go to Kobe. So you would go to Kobe every single time then?
No, I'm gonna draw plays up for Paul Gasol. I'm like, are you talking about for 3? For 3, I guarantee Kobe was not getting every 3 designed for him. No, not every 3 was designed for him.
Or a bucket. You need a bucket.
A bucket is different from a 3.
So a bucket, you're going to go to Kobe every single time.
A bucket is different.
So a bucket, you're going to go to Kobe every single time or no?
A bucket, yeah, I'm going.
What are we talking about, bro? A bucket every single time.
It is different. It depends on the situation, right?
Dame can get a bucket every single time.
But you're saying
the same thing I'm saying.
Look,
just with a different player.
Nah, see, every time I start to defend it, that's when you start cutting me off because you don't want to hear it. Chris Middleton. Man. All right, so Kobe had Paul Gasol. Who is Paul Gasol a playmaker? Like
no.
Is Chris Middleton a playmaker? Can he score on all levels of the court?
Yes.
Can Paul Gasol do that?
No.
I can give Chris Middleton the ball at the top of the key with 1.8 seconds left, and I feel confident about him getting a bucket. I can draw that player. Paul Gasol, I can't give him that play. Like I can't give him the ball at the 3-point line with 1 point and have him figure this out. No, so I'm gonna draw it up for Kobe because Kobe can score. If you have players that can score in any situation from anywhere on the court, you can draw up a play for them. Mm-hmm. I'm not drawing up that same play for Paul Gasol because he can't hit these same type of shots. Same way with what's the name, Jordan and Kerr. Jordan wasn't a great 3-point shooter, and if there's a game where he's not playing well and Kerr's killing, I'm going to feed the hot hand because he can shoot the 3, right? Why would I pass it to a dude that is not a great 3-point shooter in a game where he's struggling?
Okay, so
that's just not great coaching.
Let me just ask you a question. I'll let you get it off. Pause.
All right.
Kobe Bryant.
All right.
You need one bucket.
Yeah.
Are you going to him 10 times out of 10? He can score at all levels, right? Are you going to him 10 times out of 10?
How much time is left?
5 seconds.
You
get one possession, however long that is. One possession. Are you going to Kobe Bryant 10 times out of 10? You need one bucket.
No. What are you talking about, Kobe? Shaq one? Are you talking about Shaq one or Paul Gasol one?
This is what I'm saying.
Are we talking about? Hold on. Are we talking about Shaq one or Paul Gasol?
I asked him the same exact question, and he said
the team matters. The team matters
every single time.
No, I didn't say like the team matters.
Rewind the tape. You just said you would go to Kobe if you need a bucket every single time.
If it's 1.7 seconds left. And we're at the top of the 3.
Okay.
The situation matters, bro. That's what I'm saying. What team?
I get you.
How much time is left? Because if it's 1.7
10 seconds left. 10 seconds left. You need a bucket. Who are you going with?
Is it Paul Gasol team or is it Shaq team?
It's Paul Gasol team.
It's Paul Gasol team. It depends on who Paul Gasol has on him. I'll give the ball to Kobe and say feed the post. Like Kobe has done that where he get the ball and then tell Paul Gasol, hey, this is for you.
You would give the ball to Kobe and say, Kobe, figure it out.
No. I say I'll give it into Kobe.
Why are you giving it to Kobe? You can have Derek Fisher do that. Because he's going to draw attention. He's going to draw attention. Well, you can run the thing on the other side with that. They're going to run to Kobe.
Kobe gets the ball. The eyes are on him. Kobe says, boom. Like, he's done it, bro. You can watch it. He has done it where he has the ball. He gives it to Paul and says, Paul, this is for you.
Okay.
This is for you.
So you're going to – you have Kobe Bryant on your team.
And he has gave it to Paul Gasol to
You have Michael Jordan on your team, and you're giving the ball to someone else.
Bro, I've seen Kobe not take the last shot give it to Paul Gasol.
Right. I just need to know this. I just need to know this. You have Michael Jordan on your team. You need a bucket. You have Kobe Bryant on your team. You need a bucket. You're going to someone. You're drawing up the play for someone other than Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. 10 out of 10. And you just need one bucket. I'm
not going to the same guy. I think.
All right. That's episode 31. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm not. Nah, not every time, bro. That makes no sense.
Still want to drop a play for 20, Luke Longley, man.
Hour 23. I never said that. That's what you said.
But it's the same thing.
Luke Longley and Paul Gasol are 2 different players, bro. 2 very different players.
This dude wanted to go to Paul Gasol when he has Kobe Bryant on his team.
Paul Gasol is a Hall of Famer. Why would I not go to another Hall of Famer? Like,
you have Kobe Bryant, arguably one of the greatest players to ever touch a ball, and you want to go with a Hall of Famer. Bob Cousy is in the Hall of Fame.
God, bro. Nah, I can't do it.
Bob Cousy is in the Hall of Fame.
You're not making no sense, Jay.
Bro, how is this not what you call 10 out of